Okay, so here's a very short inside Evo video for you. We get a lot of requests to take you behind the scenes on shoots and stuff like that. Well, this is quite a special day because we've got Evo's Fast Fleet cars together. Now, Evo's Fast Fleet is our long-term test fleet. So these are all the cars that we've had on our fleet for, around 6 months or so. There's a few new cars on the fleet here, and there's a few old cars on the fleet here. So what I thought I'd do is I'll take you around the cars that we've currently got on Evo Fast Fleet. These are the cars that you can read about in the print magazine and the cars that you can read about in the Evo app. So yeah, let me take you through some of these cars on Fast Fleet. Okay, well, first up, it's a Mark 7 VW Golf GTI. Now, this has been on our fleet for a few months now, and it's currently run by Evo's filmmaker, Sam Riley, who basically needs 5 doors, a really big boot, a punchy engine. Obviously, it's a VW Golf GTI, it's a premium hatchback. Ours is spec'd with the 6-speed manual gearbox, and it has the performance pack as well. So it's slightly more power and a few more of the stability control systems. It's a smart car, it's a brilliant long-termer, and I'm pretty sure Sam's going to miss this one when it goes back. Okay, so this is a Mark 1 Renault Clio Williams, and don't you just love this car? This is one of the most iconic cars of all time, and this is owned by Evo's Stephen Doby, Evo's staff writer Stephen Doby. Now, this is cracking. As I say, it's a Mark 1 Clio Williams. It's got around 148 horsepower. It weighs absolutely nothing, and in our recent hot hatch test, we said that this was one of the greatest hot hatches of all time. So as I say, Evo, we have a combination of cars that are loaned to us by press offices that we run for a long period of time, and we have our own cars as well. Now, we're all helpless car enthusiasts, and I think this probably epitomises that. This is our staff writer's Clio Williams, and it's an absolute beauty. And actually, there's one more thing you need to know about this Clio Williams, this very, very specific Clio Williams. Now, this has been modelled for Forza, so the next generation of Forza game. And yeah, you can read about it in Evo Fast Fleet in the magazine or in the app. But yeah, this very car, Stephen's own Clio Williams, is going to be in Forza. So don't crash it. Okay, so here we have a homologation special. Now, we all love homologation specials, and this here is a Toyota Celica GT4, and it's owned by Matthew Hayward, who's one of Evo's staff writers as well. Now, this is a cracking machine. It's 4-wheel drive. This one's been tweaked. It's got well over 350 horsepower. But what makes it a homologation special is that 2,500 of these were built to homologate the rally car, so we're talking early 90s here. And you know what, it's enormous value. Well, Matthew paid around £3,000 for this thing, and it's very rapid, it's very special. Yeah, sure, it's one of those, it's a car in the know, it's one of those cars you kind of have to really know about to appreciate, but we absolutely love it. And again, this is owned by one of us, it's owned by Matthew Hayward, and yeah, it well deserves its place on the Evo Fast Fleet. So one of the things that makes this car special is that the WRC edition had a load of pipework in the engine bay for an anti-lag system. Now, it wasn't plumbed in for the road car, but it was prepared and built so that the rally teams could get hold of the car, plumb it all in, and you'd have an anti-lag system. So yeah, it's a really special car, and they're just extraordinary value. You should seek out these sort of things. The Celicas, the Imprezas, the early Evos, they're a real joy to drive, really fast and tremendous value. So we always tend to run one exotic car on the Evo Fast Fleet. Last year I was lucky enough to run a McLaren 12C, and this year Dickie Meaden is running an Audi R8 V10 Plus. Now, what's special about this car? Well, it's currently the ultimate spec Audi R8, and this one has got a manual gearbox. There are just a handful of these cars in right-hand drive with a manual gearbox, and as you can imagine, it's an absolute joy. Dickie keeps hold of the keys on this one, tends not to dish it out, but this is a joyous thing, a really cool car. Now let's go straight over to this. This is a brand new car on the Evo Fast Fleet. Maybe not quite as exotic as an Audi R8, but this is a Kia Proceed GT. It's Kia's first attempt at a car that kind of appeals to the Evo community. And guess who's running this one? Me. I thought it would be a cool car to run to see if they can really deliver. Kia are talking about high performance cars in the future, so let's see how this one gets on. It's a warm hatch. Great styling, and it's only done about 600 miles so far, so it's a new car on the fleet. Okay, so this is one of the hottest hatchbacks on sale today, and it's on the Evo Fast Fleet, run by Ian Evley, or Ev as we call him in the office, our production editor. 276 horsepower. This is super rapid. We did a drag battle with this car very recently, which you can watch somewhere around here. It's a great car, and it's proving to be a wonderful thing, and it's an interesting comparison between this and the GTI. So yeah, read about this on the Evo app or in print magazine, because this is it's proven to be a really strong contender in Evo Fast Fleet. So this is a very early 996 Porsche. It's a 3.4 and it's owned by Jethro Bovingdon, one of Evo's YouTube stars at the moment. This is very much a Jethro car. It's a bit of a project. The engine's been slightly uprated. It's got lightweight OZ wheels. It's obviously a manual. It has a GT3 replica kind of kit on it at the moment. This is a wonderful thing. It's really quick. It's good fun. Again, enormous value. And as I say, it's owned by Jethro. So yeah, this is a fun car, and it's one of 3 911s owned by the Evo staffers, and I'll show you another one of the 911s now. Okay, so sadly you won't see Richard Meaden's 964 RS today. He's obviously bought the R8, but this is my car. This is my 3-litre ST from 1982. I've owned this for about a year now, and I just absolutely love this thing. It's one of the impact bumper cars. It's a non-sport, so it doesn't have a diff, doesn't have the rear wing. 5-speed manual gearbox. I just adore this car, and again, it was good value. I'm going to have a really entertaining summer in this car. I've got a lot of trips planned in it. I've wanted to own a 911 my whole life, and this is cool. It's a quick car. It's quick enough to keep up with modern stuff. And yeah, it's yeah, sure, it's tricky to drive, but you know, it's an entirely different experience than most modern cars. I love it. I love this car. Okay, so finally today we have the Ford Focus ST Estate. This is run by Evo's photographer Dean Smith. It's the perfect car for him. Massive boot, 4 doors, loads of performance. He's nicknamed it the appliance, which is a little bit unkind, I think, or the washing machine. It's a great car. You know, performance estates, certainly in this sector, are quite rare, and this is absolutely one of the best. So yeah, we love this car. Actually, one last thing. There's a car that's not here. Jethro is running an F-Type Roadster at the moment, a V6S, and typically, being Jethro's car, he's absolutely shagged the tyres on it. So that's not here today. So he's bought his 996. But yeah, so that's it. That's the Evo Fast Fleet.